The Blue Jays visit the Bronx for the first time this year, and both teams winning a ton of series so far. The Yankees have not lost a series yet this season. The Blue Jays, obviously, they just lost to the Astros, and then they lost to the St. Louis Cardinals to start the year. But other than that, they haven't lost a series, and both teams very high aspirations going into the year. The Blue Jays end up on the right side of a 6-1 score at Yankee Stadium today. Yusei Kikuchi was dynamite. Tons of ground balls, a few strikeouts here and there, arguing with the umpire a bit. The Yankees want to try and screw with him a bit, so they ask him to check the balls. He seems to just go out there and get the outs anyways and then stare the bench down. You love to see it. Yusei Kikuchi dominant. Brandon Belt had 4 RBIs. Vladdy goes deep. And the fellas are now 12-8 on the year, and they start this series off on a winning note. Beautiful. And it all starts in the top half of the first. If you're Yusei Kikuchi, you love it. Before you can even get on the mound, you already got a 2-0 lead, because on an 0-1 pitch from Domingo Herman, he throws him an 84-mile-an-hour hanging slider, and it is disposed in left center field into the Blue Jays bullpen. Yeah, into the Blue Jays bullpen, and it is a 2-0 Blue Jays lead. And look, we all know the stuff Vladdy talked about when it comes to the Yankees and how he'd never play for them and whatnot. Hey, sure, I love it as a Jays fan. That's great and all. I want him here long term. So until that's signed and all that stuff, doesn't mean much. But you love to see it. Starts the game off strong. And before Kikuchi can hit the mound, he's got a 2-0 advantage. Awesome. Bottom of the second inning, Yusei Kikuchi allows a solo shot to Oswaldo Cabrera. But honestly, not a bad pitch from Yusei. Just he does a Yankee Stadium special and just takes the ball away and just pushes it to right field and ends up in the bleachers, and it is a 2-1 ball game. But Kikuchi does not break after that. He battles, he gets out of the inning, and that's the only run he allows. And we go to the top half of the 6th inning with Dalton Varsho on. Brandon Belt comes to the plate, and he gets an elevated fastball, and he drills it to right center field, and it's gone! Brandon Belt gets his first home run as a Toronto Blue Jay. And the Blue Jays have that 1-run lead. It's now a 3-run lead. A 4-1 advantage for the Blue Jays at this moment. Beautiful stuff. Fantastic stuff. But now you got to see the bullpen do a good job. And they did an outstanding job, right? Kikuchi went out there in the bottom half of the 6th after they took a 4-1 lead. Clean job for him there. I think that's when they tried to do the whole check the balls stuff. And then as he's getting off the mound after he ends the inning, just staring them down. This is Yusei Kikuchi we're talking about here. This is not Manoah or Garrett Cole or any of these big dudes, just staring a bench down and being intimidated. This is Yusei flipping Kikuchi. But I love it. He was outstanding tonight. And we move ahead to the top half of the 8th inning. With Vladdy and Bo on, Brandon Belt drills one to right field, and it goes off the palm of Aaron Judge. He should have had the ball, because when you reach up and it hits the palm, it means you overran it, pal. So it drops in. Vladdy and Bo come around to score, and it is a 6-1 Blue Jays lead. Fantastic. Also, before I go any further, can we talk about how this Apple TV stuff is nonsense? I was okay with it last year because it's free. You just got to turn it on and deal with the commentators and blah, blah, blah. Now, you got to pay for it? That's just absurd. I'm sorry. Whatever. Anyways, I just had to say my piece on that. And after that, there was one thing I want to talk about very briefly, because it shouldn't be very much. Vladdy gets hit by a pitch in the top half of the 9th inning. There's 2 out, a guy at first. It's a 6-1 ball game. And he ain't happy. Stares out at the pitcher, takes his sweet time getting out of the box and walking down the first baseline, still staring at the pitcher. In comes Anthony Rizzo, telling basically Vladdy to get the hell to first base and whatnot. And then things start getting a little hairy, but nothing arises from it, obviously. But my thing is this. Did he mean to hit Vladdy? Probably not. You see the way he reacted. Right as he hit him, he turns around, stares out in center field like, are you kidding me? Albeit he was doing that quite a bit during the outing. And if you're Vladdy, you think about this, right? And I'm just going to put this out there. It's a 6-1 game, so it's a meaningless at bat for the most part, right? And then the other thing you look at is, bottom line, if you're going to hit him, is it something that will affect the outcome of this game? Well, in a 6-1 game, you hit him, just whatever, first and second, 2 out. And there was 2 out as well, right? The other thing, is it a curveball? Because if it's a breaking ball, then there's 100% no intent, because sometimes your breaking ball slips, and if you're trying to hurt a guy, you throw a fastball. Well, it was a fastball. So it's like, okay, there's a few things that check off the boxes there. I understand Vladdy staring out. He didn't say anything. He just stared out for quite a while. And then Rizzo comes in, and then they start talking a bit, and it is what it is. We move on, though. I'm glad Jimmy Garcia didn't go out there and try and plunk Aaron Judge, albeit Judge did get a hit off him. But nothing arises. You get out of the inning, Jimmy Garcia goes and throws a clean inning, you're good stuff. You're fine. And you win 6-1. Key players in the ball game, well, Vladdy, 2 for 4 in the ball game, had a home run and an infield single on both sides of the spectrum there. 2 runs scored, obviously a home run and with the 1 RBI on that bomb. No, it must have been 2 RBIs. What am I talking about? Because he had a 2-run shot. Whatever. Did he score 2? Yeah, he scored 2. So 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs on the home run. Brandon Belt went 2 for 4, 2 extra base hits, had the run scored on his home run, had 4 RBIs. Really nice night for Brandon Belt. Kind of his breakout game as a Blue Jay, and picked a good time. Picked a good time against the New York Yankees at Yankee Stadium. So great job from him crushing that ball to dead center field. 8 hits total for the Blue Jays. So those 2 combined for half of them. But when you can hit the ball out of the ballpark, you're going to score runs. The Jays win this one by 5. And it's nice to see one of those. Romano didn't have to pitch. We didn't have to stress. It was nice. 10 strikeouts total for the Jays. And they also walked 5 times. So again, the discipline was there. You hit some long balls. You had great starting pitching. Your bullpen was great. Speaking of starting pitching, Kikuchi, 6 innings, 4 hits allowed, only allows 1 run, strikes out 3, walks a couple, but I thought there were times where the strike zone got a little wee small, but again, it is what it is. Kikuchi did phenomenal. A lot of ground balls, a couple double plays as well. I thought he was really, really good tonight. And the bullpen comes out, and you see Eric Swanson go out there because he was facing the meat of the order when it was a 4-1 game. And he goes 1-2-3, gets a strikeout, fantastic. So I think he strikes DJ LeMahieu. No. Who did he strike out? Was Judge? I don't know. I can't remember who he struck out. And Trevor Richards, albeit facing the bottom of the lineup, but he strikes out 2, doesn't allow a base runner, and it's great. For Trevor Richards, it's all about mixing his pitches up really, really well. Because you're not going to overpower the fastball. Your changeup's great, but teams are going to easily start just looking for changeup. So if you can elevate the fastball just outside the zone, good things can happen for Trevor Richards. Like tonight, I thought the elevated fastball play, I think the final out of the inning was a strikeout on a 92-mile-an-hour fastball, but it was up and out of the zone. They think it's a changeup coming down, but it wasn't. Really nice job for Trevor Richards today. And Jimmy Garcia, who's had a tough start to the season, allowed the base hit to Aaron Judge to lead off the inning, but I think it was a strikeout. He struck out Rizzo and then got the ground ball double play to end the ball game. Your bullpen gave you 3 clean innings, got 4 strikeouts, and only allowed 1 hit. Kikuchi was outstanding. You got some timely hits, couple bombs, and you win the ball game. Great stuff from the Blue Jays. Really nice job to start the series. Now, get your popcorn ready. Because tomorrow at 1:05 at Yankee Stadium is Game 2 of the 3-game set against the Bronx Bombers. Garrett Cole, who's had an unbelievably good start to the season, against Alek Manoah. Now, if you talked about it last year, that's a battle of the aces. Garrett Cole's having a ridiculous start to the season. Alek Manoah has not. And both teams hate each other, right? Garrett Cole hates Alek Manoah and the Blue Jays. Alek Manoah doesn't like Garrett Cole. One of them walked past the Mercedes sign or whatever the hell it was last year. All that stuff happened. Now they're going to face off tomorrow, 1:05. Hey, you know Alek Manoah's getting up ready for it, right? Against the Yankees at Yankee Stadium, where he made his big league debut. You know he's ready for it. Big Puma needs a good start, though. He really does. And the first thing is command. That's been the struggle all year long for him so far. So let's see what happens tomorrow. 1:05 first pitch at Yankee Stadium. As the Blue Jays look to win their second series of the year against the American League East. They played the Rays. They won the series. They're playing the Yankees right now for the first time this year. And they have a chance to win the series tomorrow or even Sunday. So let's get it done tomorrow, though, and then try and bring out the brooms on Sunday. We'll have to see, though. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the W today, without it being on Apple TV, smack that like button. Do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? The Twitter and Instagram links are down in the description, so follow up there. If you guys have not done so already, the Discord and TikTok links are down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys Leafs edition tomorrow night, Game 3 between the Leafs and the Lightning, down at Amalie Arena in Tampa, Florida, as the Leafs look to try and take a 2-1 series lead and regain that home ice advantage, which would be really, really nice. You take one of the two. Much preferably, do it tomorrow. And as for the Blue Jays, they're back in action tomorrow in Game 2 of the 3-game set against the New York Yankees. Alek Manoah, Garrett Cole is the pitching matchup there at 1:05 at Yankee Stadium. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the game today. We'll talk to you guys then.